You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. What if I told you that most of the stress, anxiety, and endless sleepless nights you face aren't caused by what's happening around you, but by the whirlwind of thoughts spinning inside your head? Overthinking traps you in a maze of what-ifs and maybes, stealing your peace and draining your energy. But here's the good news. You can break free. You don't have to be a prisoner of your own mind. In this video, we'll explore 7 practical Stoic methods designed to crush overthinking once and for all. These aren't just philosophical ideas. They are tools you can use immediately to calm your mind, regain control, and live with clarity and purpose. Stick around till the end because each method builds on the last, unlocking a deeper level of mental peace and resilience. If you're ready to stop overthinking and start living, this video is your blueprint. Your mind is your most powerful asset. Learn to master it here. Number 1, focus on what you can control. When overthinking takes hold, it feels like your mind is stuck in a tornado of what-ifs and endless possibilities. But here's the truth you need to hear. Most of what you're spinning around in your head is simply beyond your control. And that, my friend, is where your power leaks away. The Stoics nailed it centuries ago when Epictetus said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well." Imagine the weight lifting off your shoulders if you stop wrestling with the uncontrollable. You have to train yourself to shift your gaze. Instead of draining your energy on things you can't change, the past, other people's opinions, random outcomes, zoom in on what you can influence. Your choices, your actions, your mindset. This isn't about resignation, it's about empowerment. When you focus on what's within your control, you regain your center. You become the captain steering your ship through the storm rather than a leaf tossed in the wind. Here's a practical move for you. Every time your mind wanders into that chaotic, what if spiral, pause, take a breath, ask yourself, is this something I can actually affect right now? If the answer is no, let it go. Picture holding that worry in your hands, feel its weight, and then imagine setting it down. Release it. This simple practice rewires your brain little by little to reject unnecessary noise. Another exercise. Each morning, write down 3 things within your control that you want to focus on that day. It could be how you respond to stress, the effort you put into a task, or the attitude you carry. By defining these, you anchor yourself to reality where your effort truly matters. Remember words. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This is your battle cry against overthinking. It's not about controlling the world, but about mastering your reaction to it. Your mind will still wander, and that's okay. The difference is in where you choose to bring it back. You deserve peace. You deserve clarity. Focusing on what you can control is the first step in reclaiming your calm. Make it a habit. Practice it daily. Watch how your mind begins to settle, how your energy sharpens, and how overthinking loses its grip. So start now. Stop chasing shadows and start steering your own course. You're stronger than you think. You're in charge. Keep this truth close and keep moving forward. Number 2, practice mindfulness through breathing. Overthinking can feel like a never-ending storm in your mind, but here's a powerful way to calm that storm. Practice mindfulness through your breathing. It sounds simple, almost too simple, right? But that's where its strength lies. You don't need complicated rituals or hours of meditation. You just need to focus on one thing, your breath. This one act, when done with intention, can bring you back to the present moment, the only moment where peace truly exists. Imagine this. Your breath is like an anchor holding you steady when your thoughts pull you in every direction. Said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. You see, you can't always control what happens around you, but you can control how you respond. and breathing mindfully is your gateway to that control. So here's what you need to do. When you catch yourself spiraling into overthinking, stop. Take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Then exhale slowly, releasing tension with that breath. This simple pause interrupts the chaos and reconnects you with yourself. Let's make it practical. Try this exercise now. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that breath gently for 4 counts. Then exhale through your mouth for 6 counts, longer than your inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat this cycle 3 to 5 times. Feel how your body relaxes, your mind clears, and your heart slows. You're training yourself to break free from the grip of racing thoughts. Remember Epictetus' wisdom. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You want a calm mind? Start here. Commit to these mindful breaths whenever you notice overthinking creeping in. This isn't a one-time fix. It's a new habit, a daily practice that strengthens your mental resilience. Here's another tip. Anchor this practice to something you already do. Maybe every morning when you wake up, or before a meal, or right before bed. Make mindful breathing your ritual. Over time, it becomes automatic, a reliable tool you can pull out anytime your mind threatens to overwhelm you. You owe it to yourself to claim this power. Don't let your thoughts run wild. You are the master of your mind. Practice mindfulness through breathing and watch how the noise fades. You'll find clarity, calm, and the strength to face whatever comes your way with steady resolve. This is your moment. Breathe in, breathe out, and take control. Number 3, challenge negative thoughts with reason. Overthinking often starts with a tiny spark, a negative thought that sneaks into your mind uninvited but persistent. You catch yourself spiraling, imagining worst-case scenarios or doubting your worth. But here's the truth. Those thoughts, they're not facts. They're stories your mind tells, and you have the power to challenge them with reason. You see, the Stoics were masters at this. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When a negative thought creeps in, your job is not to accept it blindly. Instead, question it. Ask yourself, is this thought based on reality? Am I assuming the worst without evidence? Is this fear or doubt serving me, or is it holding me back? This isn't just mental gymnastics. It's about taking control. When you challenge negative thoughts, you stop being a passenger in your own mind and become the driver. Imagine steering your thoughts away from destructive paths and toward clarity and peace. That shift is powerful. It turns overthinking from a trap into an opportunity for growth. Now let's get practical. Start by catching those negative thoughts the moment they arise. Keep a journal or use a note app on your phone. Write down the thought, don't judge it, just observe. Then right beneath it, write a reasoned response. Challenge it with facts. For example, if your mind says, "I always fail," respond with, "That's not true. I've succeeded before and I can learn from setbacks." This simple exercise rewires your thinking patterns over time. Advised, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this, you have the power to revoke at any moment. That means your negative thoughts don't have to hold power over you. You can revoke them just like that. Another technique, practice distancing yourself from your thoughts. Imagine them as clouds passing in the sky. They come and go, but you're the sky, vast, steady, unshaken. When a negative thought drifts in, observe it without clinging. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Most of the time, it's neither. Here's a quick exercise to try. When a negative thought hits, pause and take 3 deep breaths. Then ask yourself these 3 questions. What evidence do I have that this thought is true? Am I jumping to conclusions, or how can I reframe this thought to something more balanced and helpful? By doing this, you create a habit of reason over reaction. Your mind learns that negative thoughts don't get to run the show. Remember, this isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything's perfect. It's about seeing your thoughts clearly and choosing which ones deserve your attention. As Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Don't let your mind manufacture suffering. Challenge those negative whispers with the calm, steady light of reason. You have the strength to do this. Start now, catch, question, and conquer your negative thoughts. Overthinking doesn't stand a chance when reason leads the way. Number 4, set time limits for decision-making. When your mind gets stuck spinning in circles, one of the best ways to break free is to set strict time limits for your decision-making. Think about it. Overthinking thrives when you give yourself unlimited time to debate, doubt, and drift. You let possibilities pile up, doubts grow louder, and soon, you're paralyzed, unable to move forward because your mind feels like a storm with no end in sight. But what if you could shrink that storm? What if you could box in your thinking, force your mind to focus and act within a set window? That's exactly what setting time limits does. Here's the core truth. You don't need forever to make a decision. Seneca put it simply, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Your mind is making mountains out of molehills. By limiting how long you let yourself stew over a choice, you're pulling the reins on runaway thoughts. You're telling yourself, enough is enough, and that's powerful. Start by choosing a timer. Give yourself, say, 10 minutes for smaller decisions or 30 minutes for something bigger. Set the timer. When it starts, focus only on the decision at hand. No wandering, no second guessing. You'll find that once the clock is ticking, your mind sharpens, sifts through the noise, and picks out what really matters. Suddenly, what seemed overwhelming becomes manageable. Here's a little practical exercise for you. Next time you face a decision, grab a stopwatch or your phone's timer. Write down the decision on a piece of paper. Then, set the timer and commit to making your choice before it rings. Don't give yourself the option to hit snooze or extend. This practice trains your mind to move past hesitation and into action. Remember, urged, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Use your time limit not just as a deadline, but as a filter to clarify what is truly right and true in your decision. Don't get caught in endless what-ifs or imagined outcomes. The clock forces you to cut through the fog. And here's the beautiful part. Once you start making decisions within these limits, you'll notice a shift. Your confidence grows. Your anxiety fades. You begin to trust your judgment more because you're practicing decisiveness regularly. Overthinking loses its grip because you're giving it less room to breathe. So commit now. Pick one decision today, no matter how small, and put a time limit on it. Feel the freedom that comes from choosing, imperfectly, maybe, but decisively. Stoicism teaches that it's not perfection that matters, but progress. Each decision you make within your time frame is a step toward mastering your mind and crushing that endless overthinking cycle. Take control of your time and you'll take control of your thoughts. Your mind isn't a maze meant for wandering endlessly. It's a tool built for action. Set those limits and watch your freedom grow. Number 5, reflect daily on your progress. When it comes to crushing overthinking, one of the most powerful tools you can wield is this: reflect daily on your progress. Yes, reflection. That simple act of pausing and looking back over your day, your thoughts, your reactions. It's not just about keeping score. It's about building awareness, gaining insight, and turning chaos into clarity. You see, your mind is a wild garden. Without tending, it grows tangled and overrun. But when you take time each day to reflect, you become the gardener. You start to notice what's healthy and what needs pruning. Said, look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. This is the strength you find through daily reflection. Now I want you to make this a habit, a non-negotiable part of your day. Don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as a conversation with yourself, a quiet moment to check in, to see how you're holding up against those relentless waves of overthinking. Did your mind spiral? Where did you catch yourself? What worked to bring you back? Here's a practical way to start. Set aside just 5 minutes at the end of each day. Grab a journal or even just a piece of paper. Write down 3 things: what triggered your overthinking, how you responded, and what you learned about yourself. Keep it simple. Keep it honest. Don't just write, though. Reflect. Read back over your entries regularly. You'll begin to see patterns, strengths, and growth areas. Seneca advised, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Your reflections mark those ends and beginnings, showing you exactly where to improve and where to celebrate victories, no matter how small. The beauty of this practice: it trains your mind to pause instead of plunging headfirst into worry. It turns reflection into a habit, and with habit, overthinking loses its grip. You gain control by simply observing without judgment. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about shifting from being a passenger on the overthinking train to becoming the conductor of your own mind. So, commit now. Start reflecting today, tonight even. Watch how that small daily habit builds resilience and quiets the noise. You owe it to yourself to nurture this habit. It's the steady, calm force that will keep you grounded when your thoughts threaten to run wild. Keep reflecting, keep growing, and watch overthinking lose its power over you. You're stronger than your thoughts, and with daily reflection, you'll never forget that truth. Number 6, embrace uncertainty as part of life. Overthinking often roots itself in our desperate craving for certainty. We want answers. We want guarantees. We want to know exactly how things will unfold before we take even a single step. But here's the hard truth. Life isn't a neat, predictable equation. It's messy, uncertain, and wild, and that's exactly how it's supposed to be. You need to learn to embrace uncertainty, not fight it. Imagine uncertainty not as your enemy but as an essential part of the journey. Put it simply, accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? This isn't about passive acceptance or giving up. It's about understanding that some things are beyond your control, and instead of wasting your energy overthinking them, you channel your focus where it truly matters: your response, your mindset, your actions. So, how do you start embracing this uncertainty today? First, shift your perspective. Instead of fearing the unknown, see it as an open door to possibility. The future isn't locked, it's waiting for you to shape it. Remind yourself daily that your power lies not in predicting every twist and turn, but in how you navigate through them. Here's a practical exercise for you. Each morning, write down one thing you cannot control, something uncertain about your day or life. It could be anything. Then, consciously say to yourself, "I will face this uncertainty with calm and courage." Make it your mantra. This small habit trains your mind to stop resisting what you can't change and start building resilience against the fear of the unknown. Another powerful practice is to embrace negative visualization. Picture the worst-case scenario, not to panic but to prepare. Seneca advised this centuries ago. He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand. When you mentally rehearse challenges, they lose their grip over you, and your mind settles. You stop spiraling because you've already faced the worst in your mind's eye. Remember, overthinking is often your mind's attempt to control what it simply cannot. But here's the secret. Freedom lies in surrendering that impossible control. As Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." That's your cue to focus on your thoughts, your choices, your effort, and let go of the rest. Start small. When faced with a decision clouded by doubt, pause, take a deep breath, ask yourself, what part of this can I control right now? Focus on that. And with every uncertain step you take, you grow stronger, more grounded, more stoic. You're not alone on this. Embracing uncertainty is a lifelong practice, a muscle you build with patience and consistency. So today, choose to welcome the unknown as a teacher rather than a threat. Crush overthinking by loosening your grip on certainty and watch how your mind clears, your peace grows, and your life unfolds with surprising grace. Number 7. Use journaling to clear your mind. Overthinking can feel like a storm inside your head, a constant whirlwind of thoughts spinning out of control. But what if I told you there's a simple tool right at your fingertips to quiet that storm? It's called journaling. Not just any journaling, but a focused, intentional practice that helps you clear your mind and take back control. You might think, writing down my thoughts, isn't that too basic? Trust me, it's anything but. The Stoics knew the power of reflection. The emperor philosopher famously wrote his thoughts to himself every day. Why? Because putting your thoughts on paper strips them of their chaotic energy and brings clarity. As he said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. And the best way to improve that quality is by confronting and understanding those thoughts in a tangible way. Here's the deal. Overthinking often happens because your mind is cluttered, too many ideas, worries, and what-ifs fighting for your attention. Journaling acts like a mental detox. When you take those swirling thoughts and pour them onto a page, you're no longer trapped inside your head. You create space. You gain perspective. It's like stepping back from a crowded room so you can finally hear yourself think. Now it's time for you to take action. Grab a notebook, a journal, or even your phone, whatever works for you, and set a timer for 5 minutes. That's it. Write non-stop. Don't worry about grammar, spelling, or making sense. Just let the thoughts flow. This isn't about producing perfect prose, it's about emptying your mental backpack. You'll be amazed at how much lighter you feel after. Try this. At the end of your journaling session, ask yourself a simple question. What's really bothering me right now? Write down the answer. Then follow it with, what can I do about it? This little exercise helps you shift from passive worry to active problem solving, which is exactly what Stoicism encourages. Epictetus said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgments about things." Journaling helps you catch those judgments and reframe them. Another powerful habit, review your journal regularly. Look back at your entries and notice patterns. Are there certain thoughts that keep dragging you down? Are you stuck in a loop of what-if scenarios? Awareness is your first step toward change. Once you see what's holding you back, you can start to challenge those thoughts and replace them with calm, rational perspectives. Remember, journaling is a practice, not a one-time fix. Make it part of your daily routine, even if it's just a few minutes each day. It's like training a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger your mind becomes at quieting the noise. So take a moment now. Find a quiet spot, open your journal, and start writing. You're not just jotting down words, you're reclaiming your peace, one sentence at a time. As Seneca wisely put it, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Let journaling be the tool that grounds you in reality and frees you from the trap of endless overthinking. You've got this. Remember, overthinking is just a thief stealing your peace. Don't let it win. You have the power to take control right now, using these 7 practical Stoic methods to silence the noise and reclaim your calm. As reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. So, start today. Take one small step, practice one method, and watch how your mind begins to clear. If you found value in this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because mastering your mind is a journey worth taking together. Keep crushing overthinking, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong.